Hello and welcome to another update on ADA. I think in this video we will take a look at the shorter time frame and we will discuss the short-term bullish and short-term bearish potentials that we can identify here on the ADA chart, on the Cardano ADA chart. And please note that the overall bigger picture remains completely unchanged. We are still firmly caught in a range in what could be classed as a massive triangle pattern. We've been tracking this triangle for the last few months, 2 to 3 months, I would say, and we are still caught in the same triangle, in the same range, forming overall lower highs and higher lows. This means the triangle is still very much valid. That's just how they are made. Yeah, and the triangle from an Elliott wave point of view is a 5-wave move: A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, and we could now be in the E wave, maybe even in the mid to late stages of the E wave. It is just important to remember that the E wave of a triangle is only valid as long as we're holding above the C wave low and the A wave low. So essentially, it is a series of higher lows and lower highs. As long as we're holding above 51 cents, this scenario is valid and we could see an upside breakout. Bear in mind, in a triangle, we're dealing with corrective subwave structures. So it's really entirely corrective, which means that the structure lacks direction and strength, and it's a pattern of indecision. So it's never a high confidence pattern. Also, the microstructures within, while we're tracking them, they rarely provide really a decent setup in my view, because this is just range bound movement. Unless you're a range trader, this is an extremely tough situation to be in and to try to trade in. And it is frustrating, I know. And then, this analysis, honestly, I mean, I've been highlighting this triangle for the last few months, and I've been right with that. It's just, I know, and I always feel bad about it when I can't really add much to the analysis, right? I mean, I cover an ADA every day. I know a lot of you want to see it every day. And I know, it's one of the main cryptos, but I always feel bad when I can't really add anything new to the analysis. There's no change, can't give you any new direction because nothing has changed. We're simply in the same, we've been in this range now for weeks and weeks and weeks, and just no change really to the analysis. But we can still track the microstructures. With that being said, I always feel bad when the analysis stays the same and I repeat the same over and again, again and again. But it is what it is. I'm not making the trend. I'm not making the market. I simply explain structure to you. And if structure remains the same, then, well, it's good from an analysis point of view to a degree because it means the analysis is consistent, okay? But it's also getting a little boring at some point. What I wanted to highlight is we are likely here in the E wave of the triangle. And the E wave is a corrective pattern. We can see this as a complex corrective pattern. Wave W, wave X, we're now in the Y wave, which is an A, B, C structure. It's even possible that the B wave already topped. So if we see further downside pressure today, again, as I highlighted before, I'm leaning towards further downside, even though the bigger picture, larger time frame triangle tells me 51 cents really must hold to keep the triangle alive. But that's just the context. The smaller time frame guides us. So the local trend is down. And I said to you, the resistance area, which by the way is unchanged, is between 66 cents and 70.6 cents. So as long as we are holding below that resistance area, there isn't really any change to anything we're doing here. So while, for example, a wider B wave would be really good for the bulls, not entirely sure if we get it, that's possible, could still do that from here, but it wouldn't really change structure because the parameters would remain unchanged. Yeah, as long as the market holds below 70.6 cents, this is seen as a chart that is in a local downtrend. And also here, my view is confirmed by the messiness of this rally that we've seen from the Saturday low. It's just a corrective, it's just a corrective rally, which has barely even reached resistance only. So yeah, weakness is still there. No sign of strength yet. And that is the short-term bearish count. I mean, if that plays out, the C wave down might take us to the 100% extension. So talking about the blue box there, yeah, around 53.3 cents, coming dangerously close to the invalidation point of the triangle. But seems like market wants to go lower. And it would take a break above 70.6 cents to, and again, that takes us to the short-term bullish count, to indicate that at least this X wave there is extending, which is kind of a connecting wave. Because a three-wave move can always turn into a larger three-wave move. But yeah, the bulls would need to turn up here. And if they turn up here, it might just be another test of resistance. It wouldn't change anything. It might just lead to a larger corrective structure. And even if it's breaking above resistance, it's still a corrective structure, just likely an X wave. So yeah, and that is marked with a question mark. So for now, pressure is down. I'm not sure if we're going to break through directly. There can always be a bounce. I mean, this seems like at least some strong local support here. These previous swing lows found support here as well at around 61.9 cents. But any break below that Saturday low at 61.3 should confirm further we're heading down towards 55 to 53 cents. That's the update on ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you have any questions about the chart, or if you want to join us on X for further updates and setups, check out our X profile. The link is in the description. I've also linked it in the comment section. You can ask questions here. You can comment on which coins we should analyze on X this week and much more. Check it out. Join the community. I'm also there today to answer questions if you have any. Yeah, check it out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.